Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to the Capital Invert show. This is my first show of the year. Hopefully we're going to get some really good pickups, do some recordings at the show and some unboxings when we're home. Looking forward to it. Alright then, so we're home now after a brilliant day in London. As you can see from the clips, it was quite busy as well. So we have picked up quite a lot today and we're going to be rehoming everything. So might as well just get into it. Apologies if I get the scientific names really wrong. I'm going to butcher them all. So we've got 5 juveniles, which came from Creatures from the North Juveniles Only mystery box. We've got, we had a Creatures from the North £10 advanced mystery box. We had a mystery box from Dave's Little Beasties, as well as buying his little cat. And we also bought ourselves a giant vinegaroon and we've done some trading, which we'll just talk about in a minute. So, excitingly, in fact, let's talk about that now. Excitingly, I pulled 2 OBTs out from between, I believe one came from Creatures from the North and one came from Dave. I've already got a very large juvenile OBT and a very small sling OBT. So I thought rather than having the 2 slings, I would check out the new trading opportunity. So I did. I'm missing a sling now because I let my friend borrow my OBT to trade for a sling that he didn't have. But I'll be getting that tomorrow. It's just another chestnut, which you've already seen on the channel. However, I traded for the jungle nymphs. So I've got 2 females in here, which are the brown. These are the heaviest stick insect in the world. And there's the male there in green. So, they're very large adults. And to be fair, trading a, £4 OBT for those, that can be quite expensive. So that's really good. What we will be doing is they'll be staying in here for about a week. And then we'll be ordering in a large mesh pop-up, which we'll be putting them in and replacing all their brambles and whatnot. We don't know how long they have to live. They're already adults. Who knows for how long. But that's all a part of it and just thought we'd try it out. Why not? Is that an OBT sling for the trade. But apart from that, we've got 5 juveniles, a vinegaroon, and then we've got 5 slings as well. So I'll just guide you through the slings we have. So we've got a T-Rasty, which come from Dave. This one come from Creatures from the North. The common name is wrong, they put it as a dwarf pink tarantula, but it's a Holelophi longifels. We've got our Chilobrachus K Kraken, Dark Earth Tiger. Looking forward to opening that one. We've got a red rump. Yep, right. We've got a, I'm not sure what that one is. I'll have to look, it's an N, whatever that says. Juvenile wise, so we've got a juvenile giant vinegaroon here, which is so gorgeous. He's a little bit dirty because he got a little bit thrown around in the car, but he's all right, and we're very excited to get him into his next enclosure. We've also got Lasadora Parabama Juvie from Creatures from the North. Their mystery box is good. 5 juvies for £100. It is good, but I do feel like their prices for these juvies were a bit steep. So we've got a Nandri Tripepi here as well. We've got an Agen, of course. We've got ourselves a True Form curly hair. And last but not least, we've also got another red rump. So, in saying all of that, we've got the setups available here. So I think we're just going to get straight into it. Now, before, I knew I had my eye on a vinegaroon for a while, so I've had this setup available. So, let's just pop this open. I used to use it for a bit of a feeder. It's just got a bit of moss on one side for a bit of humidity, got a small little hide. They can bar out a bit more if it wants. Water dish, it's mostly dry soil, but here he is actually. Should we see if he wants to come out? I'm just going to use a little paintbrush to guide him. Come on. Come on, he's hissing. Oh, very angry. He was a bit chiller earlier. I'll probably input a video of me holding him at the end. Oh, there we go, no need. Yeah, so a decent sized vinegaroon. This is the giant vinegaroon yet again, which is the Mastoporicus giganus, or however you say. Claws on him are outstanding, and you can see he's quite healthy. All of his Limbs are in good condition, so we're just going to pop him straight in. Don't want to overhandle him. Oh, if he wants to go in, that is. I'm just going to move that enclosure. Yeah, go down. That's good, lad. Go on. Oh, we didn't like that. That's right. Right, the easiest thing for me to do, just because of his... No? Sorry, it's taking a bit longer than I thought it would. Go on then, I'll let him go by his own recording. Come on. And there we go. That's our giant vinegaroon in his new setup. Oh, there's a nice pod there, that spooks him a little bit. Right, just going to pop that. I'll leave the lid off for a bit. If we can see him exploring in a little bit, we will. Right, so before we go through the slings, which I don't think I'll be rehoming, I might do one or two. We're going to rehome all of our juveniles now. So as you can see, I've got a bit of spare cork bark. We bought some substrate at the show, which we've just expanded now. So we'll just put some of that in here. It's a bit wet, but it will dry eventually. That's fine. Hopefully we've got enough substrate, which we probably do. Alright, let's flatten that all out a bit. Now, these are going to be relatively temporary. They're not exactly, deep or anything, but it will do for our species. I'll tell you what, I'll just add in the one bit of bark to this one. So, I think first up, we're going to add our A-Gen, our Brazilian white knee. As you can see, this is a perfect specimen. He's looking very nice. He's got his rusted colour abdomen, and his knees are relatively white. They're a bit dark, so perhaps he's freshly molted. So we're going to try and encourage him in, see how much hair flicking goes on, if any at all, which seems to be all right at the moment. I'm going to guess he's about 5 to 6 centimetres. We'll measure them eventually. Oh no, it's a bit wet, you'll live. Oh, he's gone to hide straight away, but there's a better. There you go, he's a decent size to be fair. We'll get water dishes for these lot in a minute, not now. We'll do that in a second. So, there you go, gone to hide straight away. Next up let's do our true colour, or true form curly hair. What I'll do is I'll just grab bottle lids for their water dishes in a minute. Although I do have some spare water dishes, but it's fine. I didn't think about that. We'll just use bottle caps for now. I mean, that's the job. Oh, sorry, Mum. Getting substrate over. Right, a little bit more substrate than I need in there. Just squash it down a bit. Right, let's just grab in a relatively small bit for this one. Yeah, no, I must leave this one enough. These aren't meant to look fabulous. I mean, it'll do enough for the spider. That's all that really matters for now. I'll just do like that. Right, let's get our... Oh, my hands. As you can see, the vinegaroon's exploring a bit there. Show that. You might as well. Look at that. Oh, pretty person. Right, here you go. Look at that. This is why you can see that this spider is one of the most popular spiders. It's true form. It's not hobby form, but the fuzz on that thing, it's absolutely incredible. And it's actually really big, I would have said. So let's give it a go. It's alright. Let's try and hold him. It's okay. Yeah. Oh. Interesting. Don't go up my shirt, that would be annoying. Okay. Well, there you go, that's a big, you can see his size, he's quite pretty. Quite a nice size. He's a little bit of a runner. At least he's not a hair kicker at the moment. Really? Do you want to be that person? Go on then. No, we'll just stop right there. Oh. Oh. No. Really? Oh, this guy, he's a bit of a devil. No, one needs to go that way. He's got very sticky hands. I can feel the fluff all over me. No, stay. Stay. Brilliant. No, it's alright. There you go. Sorted. Wow. He's so pretty. And where did he get up to? About my neck. Brilliant. At least he's a new world. Really fuzzy, really pretty. Both of these spiders, actually, to be fair to creatures in the north, none of them are bold, tall. You can see they're kept really nicely. They feel very comfortable. Let's see if you can, focus that a bit more. But yeah, he just took a run up. Wasn't expecting that. A little bit humorous for the people who can watch that. That'd be funny. Brilliant. Yeah, that made me a bit nervous, but it is what it is, really. I had my Asian forest scorpion on the top of my head at one point. That was frustrating, and my OBT constantly gives me runarounds when I attempt to feed it, which normally go wrong, which is another reason why I'm not necessarily interested in having 4 of them in my house at the moment. Had my eye out for a pair at the show, but sorry. Oops. Yeah, but the only pairs that were available really were like really small juvenile pairs, and I'm just not really up for buying a pair at a juvie stage, especially for the price tags that some of them were, were. I thought that was a bit steep. Right, that's empty. What have I just taken out? Oh, that one, right. Yeah, so I just didn't end up doing that, but I know I will be doing this quite soon, to be fair. We've got our eyes on multiple pairs. We'll probably buy it off of the friend that we was up with today, rather than from the shows, because they only had individual sales, so it was looking like, most pairs are about 100 to 200 pounds. There were some tempting ones, like there were some blondies and stuff. However, I'm not that experienced with breeding or I'm not that experienced with just breeding, really. Oh look, this has got an old molt foot. Okay, so, right, what did I just take off? We've got a Mexican red rump juvie here. It's got a really nice bum and a bit of a pose there, but still very pretty. The legs are absolutely phenomenal colour. Brilliant. What we could do, Ev, is we could use this as a flash to sort of show a little bit more of that colour, the rusty colour on the bum. It's quite typical in a lot of new worlds, but I really love it. Oh wow, this guy's a bit of an adventurer up there, isn't he? As you can see, our Vinegarin has just discovered his hide. We've got our Whitney has been hiding, but our very adventurous curly hair is not. So right, the red rump, a little bit more hesitant to go in, that's fine. That's all right. See, no hair kicking again. Really, really calm and docile tarantulas so far, which I'm quite happy about. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to stick it in there like that, just to make a little bit more of a hide for them. Just the same over here. Give them the opportunity to be able to dig. Oh, sorry, bud. Because they're not otherwise going to be able to use that as a hide. There you go, that's a bit better. They'll dig it themselves eventually. Oh, my paintbrush. But just for now, it's... Oh, you're not coming up, buddy. So yeah, there you go. Right, on to the next, just because we're probably taking forever. It is what it is. Right, next up, we're going to do Nandru Tripepi. That was adult female for sale. Very tempted. It was absolutely huge. Honestly, it was a huge. It's the largest spider I've seen in real life up to that point. What I'm just going to do is, just because to save some substrate, I'm just going to use some of the substrate that's been with them lot. Okay. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it's a little bit more drier, so I suppose it'll make the transfer a little bit more comfortable. Actually, we'll probably get away with using just that. We'll do one scoopful in there. It's good to have a bit of substrate left over because we built up a enclosure ready for like a large adult female of some sort, which we didn't end up getting, but there wasn't enough substrate in there. Right, Nandru Tripepi. Eventually we'll go a little bit more red, but at the moment we've got a very, it's quite similar to it's like a much more browner version of our Gen. Again, in all fairness, a decent size and not afraid to come out by the looks of it. All of these tarantulas Oh, this one's got a little bit bolder of a bum. I can see it's not in pre-molt. This must have not recently molted, but not in pre-molt. A really pretty specimen. Come on, you don't want to go out. There's nowhere for you to go. Right, we'll just give him that little hide there. Right. There's quite a few other species. We were looking at H. gigas, for example. A lot of H. gigas available, pretty decent low prices as per usual. Right, 100 peppy, done. I'm going to label all of these and give them all water dishes, just at another time really. Only because I didn't think about water dishes until now, but I'll just use bowl lids and I'll grab a whiteboard marker eventually to sort that out. Right. Last but definitely not least, is our Lacidora parabana, the salmon pink bird eater. Again, a decent size and an absolutely large growing tarantula. They're all unsexed, but hopefully out of all of them that we've gotten so far today, I'm hoping that this one turns out to be a female, just because I'll definitely be keeping a hold onto this one for a very long time. But what we're going to do is we're going to pile up a little bit more substrate here. He can stay in there for considerably longer than the rest. Just for that reason aside. What we'll do is eventually we'll just put in more substrate for the other guys. It's very, very wet, but he'll live. We'll even add in a bit of moss. Why not? It was available in the spare. So chuck that in. Right. I'm going to break up this cork block a bit. We're going to try it. Brilliant. Right, sorry about that. Right, we're just going to pull out a little bit there for him to have a bit of a hide. Right, Lacidora parabana. There, you can't really see the colours on him or her at the moment. Oh, still a pretty large tarantula, pretty tarantula as well. All of them are New Worlds actually, so this was a whole like a New World juvenile pack. That's fine, we're happy, we love that. So we'll give them all a, oh, he's off. Right, we'll give them all water dishes in a minute. Just gonna spray this down. Where are you off to, buddy? You off? Not a hair kicker, are you? None of you seem to be. Come on in. Come on. You're a bit of a runner, just like the, was it the red rump earlier? He's a bit of a runner as well. Come on. You're about to go in your house. You was in there and then you decided you didn't want to be in there. Oh, that was a fast little run. Stay. It's like talking to a dog. Right, sorted. Yeah, we'll sort them out with water dishes in a minute. Oh, not sorted. No, don't do that. No. There we go. Oh, a bit of a hair kick there at the end. Vinegarin is extremely active, as you can see. So, that's our 5 juveniles. So, what we'll do next is we'll just do a bit of moving that all around. So, next up, we might as well show you some of our tarantulas that we've got going on here. Whoa, that's insanely small. Look at the size. You might not even be able to see it. 1/2 centimetre maximum. He's staying in there, that's for sure. He doesn't need a spray, his substrate is quite wet. Right. You must be burrowed down. Yep, burrowed down, very deep, not able to see. There we go, Earth Kraken is also buried under there. A small size, these are all very, very, very small sizes. That's okay. Curiosity. Ooh, heavy Weber. Burrowed. Right, last but not least, see if I can show you this one. Oh, just molted. I can't see the spider, but I can see, I can see the spider down in the corner. But we've got a molt right here. So the actual spider is just there. So again, they've all got wet enough substrate. They probably don't need a feed in. So that's our slings, just not really going to be properly going over them. I feel like we should have a look at these a bit better, but there's not really a way to do it without opening it up. Unless we've got sellotape to redo it, do we? Yeah, why not? Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's just grab a thing. You can look at the video. Right then, so interestingly, this is not the largest stick insect, but the heaviest. They held the world record for the longest insect laid egg, I believe. So we're just going to remove the abundance of sellotape surrounding it to check it out. Show you guys a bit of picture of a jungle nymph. So these guys feed on like any sort of thorn, roses, bramble, etc, 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 which is, you know, extremely easy to maintain here in the UK. I'm not sure how long we're going to have these lot alive. Maybe they'll reproduce before, so to reproduce them I've got to lay down a layer of cork. Okay, there's a lot of sellotape on here. So yeah, we've got, surprisingly, these can go for a lot. So I saw a pair going for 50 quid, and we've got a pair plus another female in here, which is extremely interesting. So we need a little bit of moist-ish substrate eventually to go down on the bottom. Right, that should be enough to. Come on, where is he stuck? Right. Oh, for God's sake. This is tedious. Right. I don't know if this is just a transport bottle, but nonetheless, they're going to be living in here for about a week's time. Oh my God. There's so much sellotape, I've missed quite a lot, but I can just peel it off. And we'll get them a large mesh thing from the spider shop. Oh, not now. What's the problem now? God. Right. God, this video is going to be long. Right, here we go. There's a female on that ground. Okay. Right. So, here you can see, beautiful brown. This is our female stick insect. You can see why they're so brilliantly blend in with the brambles that they live on. It's got like all the bramble coloration and whatnot. Very large antennae, very healthy. There's another female down here. And then we've also got a male here clinging onto the brush. So, very, very pretty. Eventually we'll have them in a mesh 2 to 3 times the size of this. Bit of a substrate at the bottom to see if they'll breed. A little bit of moist substrate at the bottom to see if they'll breed at all. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say apart from that. Fresh brambles, of course. What we'll be doing is we'll be, you know, having a bulk feeding session probably tomorrow or Tuesday. So we'll record that and post that out for you. And that'll be hopefully for the entire collection that we'll attempt to eat. So that'll be another long video, but yeah. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, hit a like, why not? Just thank you, enjoy.